Hey everyone, day three, rest day. So got some really good comments, feedback, some really good questions as well from the videos that I posted so far. So really glad that you guys are enjoying them and that you're taking something from it. So today's rest day. So what so go through today what I'm actually going to do today and answer a lot of the questions that you guys have been emailing and texting and writing on social media and stuff, because a lot of them tend to be the same, which is cool. So I'll just take this chance to answer them. So rest day, I don't do much, hence the name. But what I do is I would spend about half an hour, 40 minutes stretching, rolling, do a lot of mobility work, and that is really important. Keeps me injury free, keeps me moving properly, and just so I can keep up with all the things that I want to do, and that so injuries don't creep up on me. No, nothing will ever beat a good sports massage or a physio or osteo or anything like that, but this is a really close second, and especially when you have the chance to do it for free in your gym, you just got to budget some time and to spend at it. So the main areas I work on, and again this is personal to me because everyone's going to have their own different aches and pains and injuries. My quads tend to be really tight, so I make sure I spend a lot of time on them, rolling, stretching, rolling again, particularly on the outside, down the IT bands. Otherwise, my knees really start to feel it, especially as you saw from the leg session yesterday. It's quite tough. There's a lot involved. So yeah, it's really important. So what else? Questions. Right. Also, besides that, I will do absolutely nothing. I'll make sure my food's on point. That I know I'm getting all the right nutrients, having to recover for tomorrow's session, which will be an upper body push-pull session again, but different exercises, different muscle groups being targeted, again with the cardio acceleration in between. So yeah, in regards to and food prep, that was another one. So food prep is probably the hardest thing. There's no doubt. It takes a bit of time, takes a bit of organising, but once you get into the habit of it, it's pretty straightforward. So how I tend to prep my food will be usually from the night before. I'm usually up first thing in the morning, 5:30, 6 o'clock, that type of way. So I don't really have the time to be cooking my food in the mornings. So what I'll do is when I come home in the evening, when I'm cooking my dinner, then I will also put on my food for that morning. So I tend to kind of cook it all at once. So like today, like last night, I had some roast chicken with a bunch of veg. Again, we're sticking with low carb at the moment, but high fats. So as I was doing that, I also cooked my salmon. 2 fillets of salmon. What else did I have? I have some homemade meatballs from that I made from steak mince, and I cooked all my veg as well with that. So when I got up this morning, it was all there, it was all ready for me. I just grabbed it and off I went. So I'm not too good in the mornings. I recognise that, so I work around it, and I just crack. So now that I'm at work, I'll be at work sometime this evening, and I know all I have to do is go into my bag, grab my Tupperware, and just eat away. I don't have to think about it. Everything's done, and it's the only way to do it. There is no other way. There's no point in me going to Sainsbury's trying to find low carb this, low fat that. It's absolutely rubbish. You got to put the effort in. You got to make time. Otherwise, you're just kidding yourself. So that's my little rant about food prep. Right, so some of the questions I had so far, a couple of them they said, shall we follow the routine that I've been doing so far? Yes and no. I wouldn't say follow it exactly, because it is exactly how it is in the program. What the program is involved, you will see me doing. What you don't see is the sets and reps, So how I've laid that out, how I progress or try to at least maintain the weight at each set, and the how long I use cardio acceleration for in between each sets, and you also don't see all of the exercises I do. So I don't want to make the clips too long. I don't want to to get bored. I just want you to say, all right, that's what's involved. It's hard work, but it's working. There's no doubt about it. So it's a really, really good guideline, but I wouldn't follow it exactly, just because you don't see the whole picture. You're only seeing a bit of a snapshot of what's involved in each session. A few other people have spoke to me about my supplement regime. It's not that big and it's not that impressive. Like I said, I will keep saying, nothing beats food. Nothing. Not multivitamins, not shakes, not this, not that. Food will always win, and I will always impress upon people to eat natural, clean, healthy foods. But having said that, I do take a small amount of supplements. So as you probably heard me mention, I take a protein shake after I work out. Now recently I have switched over to a beef isolate, and the reason I've done that is that I'm not so great with dairy. I don't tend to digest it too well, and I feel quite bloated, feel sluggish after I take it, so I've changed that up. So I've changed to a beef isolate, which is again a really, really simple form. So really rapid absorption, goes right into the blood, into the muscles, helps aid recovery post-workout. What else? So my protein. I just take that post-workout. I also take a ZMA, which is zinc and magnesium, which really, really helps. It doesn't help you to sleep. So there's quite a misconception about ZMA, that it's a supplement to help you sleep. It doesn't. It helps improve the quality of your sleep. If you have better quality sleep, you will rest and recover a whole lot more. So the time you spend in a light sleep isn't quality sleep. So you're not going to recover too much. It's when you go into that real deep sleep, that's when you really start to recover. It's not a sleep supplement. It just helps aid recovery by improving the quality of sleep. So I tend to take that, and it's absolutely brilliant. It's one of those things that when I use it, I don't notice the difference. But when I stop taking it, I really notice it. So I make sure that I'm always stocked up on that. And that is it. People ask me about creatine quite a lot. Creatine's great. Absolutely no problem with it. Will I tell you run out and buy it? Totally up to you. It's creatine, and again, it's one of those things that's misconstrued. It doesn't make you massive. It actually buffers your fatigue, and again, I'm not going to bore you with the ins and outs of it, but it helps buffer fatigue, so it just helps train you longer. So instead of being able to have a workload of, say, between 8 to 10 reps in a set, you might get another couple, because you're prolonging that fatiguing effect. So you're therefore the increase in volume in your session is bigger, and therefore you grow, or therefore you improve. So it's not one of these things, but it has been known to kind of bloat and not sit well with people. So yes, if you want to, but it's not the end all and be all. And the other thing, it's not really a supplement, but it's something I kind of use to help improve my training, is coffee. I absolutely love the stuff, but I'm really aware that if I had my way, I would drink it. I would constantly have a cup in my hand. So what I do, I tend to, so as a pre-workout, so again, as a rule, I generally don't take pre-workout supplements. I just find they're far too much, for me anyway. Again, not necessarily the case for everyone. I take a strong black coffee, about half a cup, give or take, with a half a spoonful of coconut oil, and that's it. The caffeine in the coffee helps excite the nervous system. So if your nervous system's all souped up and pumped up, brilliant. It's going to be absolutely firing on all cylinders. The fats in with the caffeine are also an extra, really, really helps send the message from the brain to the muscles, a whole lot better. And then there's also huge fat burning potential with caffeine, mixed with fats. If you tend to have your coffee with sugar, it will negate that fat burning effect, possibly up to 90%. So I'm not a big fan of mixing sweeteners. Don't take sugars. Cut them all out of my diet. They're absolutely poison, and again, that's probably a video for another day. But in the meantime, I'll just say that they're absolutely poison. They've no place in your diet. And so yeah. So like I said, my food's on point today. Really happy. It's been on point since I started this actually. So I'm low carb at the moment, but high fats. So I'm not really concerned with dropping calories just yet. Just stabilising them. Feeling good. I'm really starting to notice the difference. So I'm feeling a whole lot less bloated. My stomach has gone right down. Feeling much more trim already. Water intake. I'm between 1.5 litres to 2 litres. Now that's not probably enough just yet, but I am in and around where I should be, so that's good. So yeah, so far so good. Really feeling good from it. So yeah, so keep up with the questions, the comments, the likes, the shares. Yeah, I'm looking to what I probably will do as well is try and speak a little bit more during my training. As to what I'm doing, maybe a few variations that I do to accommodate me in terms of how I move. There's a few bits and pieces with my squat. I don't know if you noticed, but I had my heels slightly propped up. And again, so these are the things that I'm happy to include. But yeah, if you feel I'm missing anything out, please email, comment, text, whatever. So yeah. So that's this is day 3. Really happy to be resting. Looking forward to getting going again tomorrow. So until then, keep an eye out on Facebook at VC Fitness, on Twitter at AlanVC Fitness, and on YouTube, which you'll probably see the links as well. Please click, I think, up here the subscribe button, so you'll see these coming through the whole time. Yeah. So looking forward to it. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.